Men, the girls need to know, is this true? The first second you meet a girl, you can put them in a category if like they're a hookup or a friend or you're going to want to marry them. Like, is that true or is that just false? Because for girls, I think I can tell, but it would be like a couple hours together, I think, not just like right off the bat. Just curious.
Everyone knows that men are not as demanding as women when it comes to dating. And that is why a man will make that decision in less time than you. He wouldn't need 2 full hours. He will need perhaps one first date, and that would be perhaps around an hour long when it comes to the time spent together. Basically, he could even tell sometimes before, maybe during the first 10 minutes of the first date. Why is that? It's because all he needs is 3 factors, and these factors can be detected within that time span. He doesn't need more time to decide whether you have wifey potential, whether you're wifey material. The first thing is he needs to find you extremely attractive, very attractive, and he's gonna know that the first second he looks at you. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not lie and say that he needs 5-10 months to figure out how you look. That's not true. The second he sees you, he doesn't know anything about you. He doesn't know your heart. He doesn't know your personality, but we can't deny that he knows very well what you look like. He looks at you, he looks at your hair, your face, your figure, and within perhaps 2, 3, 5 seconds, he has a good idea of what you look like. After having met you in person, I'm not saying of having looked at a photo of you on a dating app. That's not what I'm saying. Within 10 seconds of having looked at you, he has an idea about what you look like, a clear idea. And he will know whether he likes you, whether he finds you attractive when it comes to your physique, what you look like, whether he thinks you're his type visually when it comes to your physique, your looks, whether he likes what he's looking at or not. He would know within the first 5 to 10 seconds at most. And then all he will need to find out is whether you are soft, gentle, kind. If you have a nice personality, you're pleasant to be around. That's the second thing. And again, that's not going to take him forever to figure out. And the only thing missing, and that's usually the secret ingredient, and the third factor is for him to have a clear idea about your values, because we're talking about marriage here. We're talking about commitment. No man wants to be with a woman that is easily accessible. No man wants to wife up a woman that he thinks anyone could get access to when it comes to physical intimacy. He wants to see your values. He wants to see if you have boundaries, if you have good values, because at the end of the day, when he's looking for marriage, he's looking for someone to wife up, to make the mother of his kids. He doesn't want someone that will cheat on him or that would be of loose character, and it's the truth. That's why I say don't give it up too soon. Build a story first. Build a love story. Talk to him, get to know him, because he's going to judge you based on that, based on his own experience. Even if he's an exception, even if you like him that much and you allowed it with him sooner than you did in the past with other men, he's just going to take his experience with you and judge you based on that, because that's all he has. And these are the only 3 factors that men need to decide at first glance or during the first date or after barely one date if you are wifey material or not.
Most men, and I mean most men, almost immediately know whether they want to have fun with you, be with you for a long time, or just be friends with you. And this is usually based off the few interactions that they have with you. A man almost immediately knows she's just for fun, or she's someone who I see as a wifey. I want to take you guys into the mind of most men. Most men will put a woman in one of 3 categories: fun material, wifey material, or friend material. What comes out of your mouth and what you decide to share with a man could be a dead giveaway. Let me explain what I mean by that. Let's say, for example, you're on a dinner date with a man and the waiter drops off the drinks. And then the woman says something along the lines of, "Oh my God, this is just like last Saturday when I was downing tequila shots and I ended up twerking on the table." Immediately in the back of his head, he's already mentally checked out and said, okay, this girl right here is just for fun because of what you told him in that specific moment. To a lot of men, a woman's words are going to give off the vibe, and that vibe is how he's going to perceive her. So if she's talking about twerking and partying and drinking it up, he's automatically going to think, for me personally, she's not wifey material. This is how a lot of men think. Another thing that'll make a man view a woman as simply fun material is easy accessibility. Is that harsh? Yes. Is it true? Yes, it's also true. You have to understand, that most men value that which they work hard for. If a man has something coming easily to him, he's going to think in the back of his head, if it came easy to me, it's probably going to come easy to the next guy. So men typically value that which they work hard for because they understand that nothing worth having comes easily. This is exactly why I tell women to be less accessible, because when you're less accessible and you don't give out easy access to just anyone, only a man who's worth it is going to be actively involved in your life. Ultimately, I'm just taking you guys through the journey of the general male mentality. This is how a lot of men think. Do with this information what you will, but be safe, be responsible, and be cautious.
Thank you. He just confirmed what I said. A man will judge you. Unfortunately, it's true. It's the truth. It's the reality. Whether you like it or not, whether you say it's your body, you're free to do what you want with your body or not, you have to keep in mind, if you are looking for commitment, if you are looking for marriage, it's the truth. This is something you should consider. Now, if you are just having fun, I'm not going to be the fun police and tell you what to do and what not to do. You can go ahead and have fun. But if you are looking for marriage and commitment and for a husband, you're going to want to keep in mind that a man will judge how accessible you are, because no man wants to look like a fool. No man wants to be the fool who put a ring on it when everyone else had access to it for free anyway. He wants someone that is guarded, that will not allow just anyone to be with her in that intimate way. If that's the signal you give from the way you're talking. He gave a perfect example about how someone was twerking on the table and she's sharing that story with the man she's on a date with. That woman stands no chance of being perceived as a potential wife. She's telling on herself. So if you know how to talk and how to position yourself as someone that has values, that has boundaries, and that will not give it away so easily, not to him as well. You're not going to make an exception out of him like I explained. He's going to judge you based on his own experience with you too. So you have to build that love story first. When you want commitment, when you're looking for marriage, you have to allow yourself to build the love story before you get intimate or you allow physical intimacy. And if you succeed in ticking these 3 boxes, you're drop dead gorgeous in that specific man's eyes. I'm not saying you're here to win a Miss Universe contest now, but if he thinks you're very attractive and on top of that, you display amazing values and boundaries when it comes to who you allow to get physical with you and how much do they deserve it. And again, the second thing is that you should be kind when you're talking, delicate, gentle, soft, and feminine. So if you have these 3 things that I keep mentioning and that I mentioned before and that this guy just confirmed, you will be perceived as wifey material on the first date itself.
Don't do wife duties for someone before they make you their wife, or a long-term relationship, whatever you want to call it. That is sleeping with someone, that is creating comfort in their home, and that is cooking their meals. Don't do that. It's a female manipulation. What you're trying to do there is you're trying to overperform wife duties in order to get husband duties from him. So when you do all those 3 things, you're expecting provision and protection from him, but don't do that. He's not your husband, and it's going to leave you with an exchange-like relationship before having agreed to the fact that you guys are life partners. So you would have overperformed these wife duties. He's accepted them. And then when he doesn't give you the protection and provision that you were trying to so elegantly manipulate him into, you are shocked and you're upset. Don't do those things unless someone has given you that title or has had that conversation or has moved forward with that. If you want to cook for him, go to restaurants, cook for your friends, do it in an atmosphere of everybody else doing it. You don't owe him to sleep with him. You don't owe him to make comfort in his home. And if you do those things, that's off your own back, and don't expect for him to provide for you, to pay your bills, or to look after you.
Keep in mind, this is good advice. These are hand-picked clips that I selected because I've seen many other people giving wrong advice too. I've seen people that said that in order to be perceived as wifey material or in order to signal that you have a wife potential, you should be nurturing. And I disagree with that. I disagree strongly with that. You shouldn't be cooking. You shouldn't be trying to be nurturing to a man that just met you just to prove that you could qualify as his wife. Think about it in this way. The person that deserves physical intimacy and deserves to see you and be with you in every possible way is only a husband that vowed to stand by your side and hold your hand until the very end. A person that is gifting you the rest of their life. And that could only be a husband, a provider, a loving partner, a life partner. That is the most deserving person of being with you in this way, of having physical intimacy, of having you cook for him, take care of him, and do everything else, give him the entire wife package. And the least deserving person is a man that you just met on a first date, because you don't know him. He doesn't know you. You just met. He didn't prove himself to you. He did nothing for you. He didn't even try and impress you yet. It's barely the first date. So it's like a spectrum. And a guy that is meeting you on a first date, did nothing at all for you, is the least deserving person to get all of that from you. And a husband would be the most deserving. And then you should decide accordingly what to do. If you think about it in this way, you will be more reluctant to offer yourself on a golden platter to just anyone, and it will work. Now, if you are a single woman that is actively and strategically dating for the most suitable match, a very good husband potentially, I have designed a program that will help you find and achieve just that within ideally 6 months to 12 months. Because again, all it takes for a man to decide that you have wife potential or that you could be his wife is 1, 2, 3 dates at most. He doesn't need 10 months. He doesn't need 3 years of getting the full wife package for free. In fact, that only backfires. You're only shooting yourself in the foot by doing all that. That's why my program that helps you find a good husband, a suitable match for you, is designed to help you do that within, again, ideally 6 months to 12 months. And that includes the selection process when you're meeting many people, going on many first dates, and it includes meeting him and finding him for the first time and starting that love story. All done the right way with the right cards in hand. And until you get commitment out of that man, all it takes, this entire journey should ideally take 6 months to 12 months. So if you are interested in such a thing, or you want to hear more about my program, you will find the link to my community in the description box under this video. And once you join, you will find my program in the classroom section of that community. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you there.